shade, now the kid glowed up.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. First up, we need to thank everyone who entered and voted for the first ever NBA 2K Shoe Creator Challenge.
Yes, voting is now closed, but we are tallying up your votes, and we will be announcing each category winner next week right here.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
And that shot should leave no doubt as to... And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
The NBA postseason, not for the meek of heart. A few injuries on their end, complicating things a bit, but we're looking to hang in there.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Kevin McHale out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Kareem. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. And for the Rockets, Olajuwon is out there at the wall. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Mashburn in at the small forward. The shot by Wilkins, no good. Here's Mashburn. Pass to Malone. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Wilkins. Now the pass to McHale. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's the three. And another three for Houston.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's Wilkins. 4-point game. And here's Allen. Now here's Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Tries from 16. The Rockets pull it in. Thursday's loss was a disappointment.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. On the corner. He's off on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Here's Olajuwon. Lets it go from deep. And Russell Westbrook good for 3. Westbrook's got 9 points.
He's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
And just under 2.5 minutes left here in the first. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Tim Hardaway has a really nice skill set. A nightly double-double threat thanks to his scoring and dime-dropping ability.
And a chance for us to set up to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Now, here's Mitchell. And it's sent back by McHale, but he recovers it. Here's Mashburn, defended by Allen. Mashburn, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Allen in the post. Back to Hardaway. Over Westbrook. And Tim Hardaway the bucket on the assist by Allen.
Yeah, and Hardaway has a nice jumper. Excellent jumper, as a matter of fact, especially from the mid-range. No time wasted getting it off.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here's Mashburn. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a nice play. Getting getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's giving up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Now here's Allen. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He gets that one.
And how about Allen? Able to control his body on these physical finishes. Terrific at keeping the balance as he's getting bumped by the defense.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a problem.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot. But it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And here's Wilkins following Russell Westbrook's three. Here's the floater. 2 points. That one goes.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what he does? I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Now here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. From outside the arc. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he comes up with the deuce. Hardaway has got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Westbrook. Shoots it. Westbrook missing again. Celtics trail by 3. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak to Brad Stevens for just a minute. He knows this is a critical game. They can't afford to go down 3-1 in the series. But above all, he wants them to keep the composure. He told me the worst way to come back in these NBA Finals would be to panic and start hedging away from what works. We're a good team. Just need to dig a little deeper and execute more efficiently. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Austin on D. They trail by 1. Johnson surveying the floor. Dishes it to McDyess.
And night in and night out, McDyess provides a bunch of energy. He's an athletic big guy who does a little bit of everything for you. Those guys are hard to find, but always valued.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Rondo with the ball. Johnson with the block.
Tell you what, the long arms and great wingspan of Johnson, well used and suited for the shot denial.
Now here's Johnson. Good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Celtics trail by 4. Houston the pass to Shockley. Pass to Houston. To the middle. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Richmond against Rose. Richmond no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Shockley. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Rondo, 6 to shoot, down low. Cycli, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Houston. And it's Richmond finishing it off.
When it comes to distributing the ball, nobody does it better than Matt. When one of his guys has a clean look, the ball is there quickly and on target.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Johnson. basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Johnson's got his second basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Johnson, the pass to Kersey. It's deflected.
Impressive seeing Cycli turn away shots. Does a really good job using his long arms to stiff arm scores.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Johnson. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Rose against Richmond. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Against Kersey. With the teardrop, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
The Rockets trail. Here's Richmond. Broke loose. Rose with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Here's the teardrop. And there's the nice layup by Rose.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Strickland. The Rockets again can't hit. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Johnson. And McDyess pulls it down. And they get it. Kersey. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella. I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
There's some defense for him. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Now here's Johnson. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Johnson outside. Lets a floater go. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spot.
From deep 3-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Back to the action after this word. We welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got McDyess. Richmond is out there with Kersey. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Strickland in at point guard.
Boy, Mitch Richmond, a great shooter from outside the arc. Really measures those shots well.
The trade. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Richmond. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And inviting contact, that's something that Richmond does as well as anybody.
Rondo passes to Cycli. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Rondo. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Richmond. He has Rose with the block. McDyess, good. Here's Rondo. He's got 5. inside. Richmond with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Strickland. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. Rondo passes to Johnson. The kick out to Rose. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Rose has got 5.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Timeout called for Rockets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket for Westbrook. Westbrook against Hardaway. It's Allen on the wing. Celtics passing it around. Bucket 6. Here's Wilkins. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Westbrook finds Mitchell. Outside Westbrook. From the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
This is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now here's Wilkins. He's got 6.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Ashburn, the pass to Malone. That's slammed in by Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass into McKenna. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Malone. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Boy, Malone has a deadly jump shot, especially from the mid-range. Doesn't get any better watching him knock that down.
No one against Bishop. Allen kicks to Wilkins.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. He just does so many things well for his team.
This is his first free throw of the game. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Westbrook. Over Hardaway. Westbrook, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Hardaway. He has 6. Kicks it out to him. The Celtics need to get a shot on. Here's Wilkins. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
To the inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, even when you D Olajuwon up, he still overwhelms you with his size and footwork. Has an outstanding feel for the interior.
Now here's Hardaway. Softly drops in the floater. Hardaway's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar following the basket by Russell Westbrook. On deep. Wilkins, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Westbrook throws it down home.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Now here's Hardaway. He's got 8. Out to the right wing. Here's McHale. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
And fantastic length. The touch on the jump shot. Almost impossible to stop McHale from mid-range.
Westbrook with a wide open look. That one off the back iron and out.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other goes down the stretch.
Now here's Westbrook. Tim Hardaway missing his last shot. Westbrook missing again. And here is Wilkins. Outside Hardaway. Olajuwon with the block.
Well, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Feeds to Malone. Malone is doubled, and the layup's good off the glass. Malone's got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hardaway dishes to Wilkins. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Timeout called the Rockets. Strickland passes to Richmond.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates playing with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make it a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Cycling. Johnson kicks to Richmond. Pass to Strickland. Now here's Richmond. 7 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. And it's Strickland missing. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Celtics. Rose passes to Houston. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Houston's got 6 here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Richmond. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking it to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here's Rondo. He has 5. Stolen by Magic. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to the wing. Here's Strickland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over Johnson. And it's Strickland missing. Johnson outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Johnson's got 10 points in the game. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here. Taking a look at the Celtics, they're already down 2-1 in the series. It can still afford to. And that's all.
And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. When you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
On the floor for Boston, Allen is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Kevin McHale. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Right how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the rim and releases his shot quickly.
Hardaway passes to Wilkins. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets trail by 4. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Kevin McHale pulls it in. McHale's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Allen outside. He kicks to Hardaway. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now Westbrook, 24 points for him. From 20 feet out, they get the rebound. Elijah one. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is right off the ground there for that rebound. And then the skill to sit down at home.
Floats one. Here's Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
For 3, Westbrook buries the long-range jumper. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy is simply having a great game inside.
Hardaway passes to Abdul-Jabbar. McHale outside. Pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Allen outside. And stolen by Malone. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Mitchell. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now just a 2-point Boston lead.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Here's Mashburn. Malone trying to break free. Count that one for Mashburn. Mashburn's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat him.
Outside Wilkins. Over Mashburn. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Wilkins has got 17 now.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Westbrook passes to Mashburn. A floater and the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
Yeah, defensively, Kevin, this is a mismatch. No contest. Jabbar with his length at the rim, forget about it.
The pass to Mashburn. Rejected by McHale. Malone against Wilkins. Now the dish to McHale. That one's not going to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That would pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Hardaway pass it to Wilkins. Abdul-Jabbar with it. Here's Hardaway. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. And Tim Hardaway the bucket on the assist by Abdul-Jabbar.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Westbrook. No good from outside. Celtics leading by 4. And here is Hardaway. He's got 10. This is it to Abdul-Jabbar. Hardaway against Westbrook. Fires from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Mashburn. Over McHale. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Washburn's got 4 this quarter. Hardaway passes to Wilkins. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Here's Richmond. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-from-8 night shooting.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Houston. Back Hardaway. Cycling. Elijah Wan with the block. All alone. And the dunk by McTice.
Yeah, his strength and really that nose for the ball makes McDyess a huge contributor on the offensive glass. He cleans up a lot of his teammates' mistakes.
Here's Rondo. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there by Johnson. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
On the Lynn Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. They double-team Johnson. So they take the lead. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Hardaway. And just miss after miss right now.
And smothered him on that mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Celtics trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
The Celtics making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Cycling passes to Rose. Rondo looking around. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Richmond kicks to Johnson. Here's McDyess. And he makes that one. McDyess has got 7 points in the game.
Antonio McDyess, man, muscular and strong as a man, finishing through contact. He's not afraid of anybody.
Here's Houston. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays in.
Olajuwon drawing the double team. Johnson a wide open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The replay. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Rondo pitch to Johnson. Here's Houston. And he overshot that one, missing. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 17-5 run. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, and after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Boston. Wilkins comes in for Rose.
So easy, Kevin, to appreciate Richmond. He's an elite scorer who's really comfortable getting buckets from anywhere and everywhere.
Shots good by Wilkins.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Wilkins against Person. The pass to McDyess. Back to Richmond. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And just a physical bull is Richmond. Also, he has the explosiveness to go with the physicality. That's a good recipe for drawing fouls.
Houston making a switch. Westbrook's checked in. Celtics trail by 8. Outside Rondo. It's Wilkins on the wing. 36 seconds left to play in the third. And the shot goes down. Wilkins has got 13 points in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
For 3, Westbrook knocks down the 3-ball. Westbrook's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
15 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Houston. That's it, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Westbrook with a deep 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He's been a major threat from 3-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Fourth quarter of of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Houston leading by 7. Russell Westbrook out there with Magic Johnson. Then it's Richmond. Then there's McDyess. And it's Malone in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Rondo. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Rondo. At 6. With the floater, and he sinks the layup.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
Outside Westbrook. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Houston. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Richmond. Puts it out to Johnson. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Rockets?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They had a bunch of second chance points.
Ray Allen, he's checked in for the Celtics. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. 14 feet away. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on him.
Allen against Bishop. It's deflected. Passes it to Mashburn. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Rockets lead by 5.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Rondo dishes to McHale. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Rondo, and the 3-ball is good.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Westbrook finds Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 6th rebound on the night. And then Allen slams it in.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Here's Mashburn, defended by Wilkins. Here's Mashburn over Wilkins. And misses it off the right side of the rim. To the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Antonio McDyess.
Nobody does it better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the paint. Magical. Length, size, touch. Unguardable inside.
Olajuwon's checked in for Antonio McDyess. And a change for the Celtics. Hardaway's checked in. Ashburn, the pass to Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit. Celtics have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Malone. Hardaway, no good. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Looking to end the run. Connects again from distance.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the net.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most 3-point field goals in single-game playoff history. 1 for 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Westbrook passes to Mashburn. And there's the feed to Malone. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, rebounded by the Celtics. McHale's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Wilkins. Over Westbrook. The shot by Wilkins, no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot. You can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Westbrook kicks to Mitchell. Fires the three. And again for three.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Hardaway. Here's Wilkins. From down in the low post, it goes. Wilkins has got 27 points.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Westbrook double team. Here's Olajuwon, and it's Olajuwon at the jam.
Boy, the athleticism of Olajuwon. Love it. Showing how efficient he can be when he's close to the bucket. A terrific throwdown.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was.
Pass to Malone. It doesn't go for him. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Here's Wilkins. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Houston's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside Wilkins. McHale up top. Allen right side. Jacks up a three. Buckets with the rebound. Malone's got 5 rebounds tonight. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Hardaway against Bishop. Pulls it from 20. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Wilkins. Wilkins has got 4 assists now tonight.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch him.
Westbrook kicks to Mitchell. He feeds it to Olajuwon. That one good for 2. Olajuwon's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And how about the killer tool of Olajuwon? Loves to put the team on his back when the game gets tight.
Hardaway dishes to Wilkins. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
He's been streaky throughout his career, Kevin, but this guy is unstoppable tonight, using all of his skills and that athleticism to put pressure on the defense.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Hardaway. Westbrook kicks to Mitchell. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Outside Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
There are very few guys in this league who make dunking a true art form. Neek is one of those guys.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Rondo. Here we go, one-on-one. And Wilkins slams it in.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
Nice play call. That's just Fred getting him. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets the tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And here's Westbrook from the good another from 3.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for 3-pointers made.
That mark of 11 set back in 2016 might not last long the way he's shooting. And we all know Allen is used to these pressure situations. When they need a basket, his team feels comfortable getting him the ball.
It's stolen by McHale. Here's Rondo. The putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Westbrook double team. Kicks it out to Mitchell. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook against Rondo. Abdul-Jabbar against Olajuwon. 6 to shoot. Nice ball moving by Boston. Baseline jumper. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And Abdul-Jabbar has a sweet little mid-range J now, Kevin. You can't sleep on that. Got to keep him from finding his rhythm from here.
Timeout called. The Rockets. They're trailing by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Mitchell passes to Olajuwon to the inside. Malone. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, the focus from Malone impressive. Not allowing the defense to get the better of him on these difficult finishes.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're leading by 4. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. There's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
Tough break for him there. But they have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. From deep three-point range. And it's Mitchell missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. This was a crucial game for him, tying up the series at 2 apiece, Greg. A huge accomplishment.
And this series, I think, hinged on who picked up Game 4, Kevin. I mean, now it's a 3-game series, and anything can happen.
Game 4 of the NBA.
Why are you like so pissed off?
I got a headache.